Welcome to my YouTube channel, One Race Human Race All Human. Today is Thursday, October 21st, 2021.
9 Republicans voting with Democrats to hold Steve Bannon in criminal contempt. 202 Republicans said no, voted no. And it's no surprise, since for a lot of them, opposing the vote is something that's way more than just Steve Bannon, okay? So let's break it all down with Stuart Stevens now. He's a former chief strategist for Romney presidential campaign, and a senior advisor to the Lincoln Project. Good to see you, Stuart. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. So this committee is supposed to be all about investigating an attack on Congress, and most of the people voting today were there for it. 5 people died that day. The seat of our democracy assaulted. But for Republican leadership, what's this about to them?
Look, I think you said it right. We have to quit being surprised by this.
Yeah.
This is sort of like asking Tony Soprano's gang to investigate Tony. This isn't going to happen. You know, we say that there's really 2 parties in America now, one that's pro-democracy, and that's the Democratic Party, and one that's autocratic. And Republicans keep proving this every day in different ways. And we just kind of have to accept this and look at it for what it is. And it's just not going to change. The only thing you can do is go out and try to beat these people.
It has to be frustrating. I know it's frustrating for folks like me who have to, you know, it is our job to speak the truth every night. And by saying what you just said about this, you know, one party that's operating in reality with having democracy, others autocratic party, that people read that as partisan. And it's not partisan. It's not partisan to say that. It's a fact. It's a truth. That's got to be frustrating for you, especially as a I don't know if you're still a Republican, but that has to be frustrating for you.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you look at how democracies die today, most of them die at the ballot box and in the courtroom, not like with tanks circling radio stations like Chile and Allende. And part of the reason that democracies die is because the autocrats always deny what they're doing. And there is a reluctance to the pro-democracy forces to accept what is happening. And that is the greatest danger here, I think. It looks like a normal time in many ways. We have a normal president. It sounds alarmist to go out and say this stuff. But look, I mean, Don, it's like a pandemic. What you say at the beginning may sound alarmist, but at the end, it's going to prove way inadequate.
Mm-hmm. So pair what happened today with yesterday's vote in the Senate. Republicans filibustering to prevent passing a voting rights bill. So they're trying to block an investigation into an insurrection, a riot against the 2020 election, and they're blocking legislation that would make it easier for Americans to vote and harder to steal elections going forward. I mean, what does that say to you about the Republican Party of today?
It's a pattern. This was not a close election. Biden got over 300 North electoral votes, from 8-9 million. And Republicans, after the election, wouldn't even congratulate the President of the United States. And then they went out, senators went out and tried to deny mostly African Americans from voting. That's what, try to disqualify their votes. Then there's attack on the Capitol. And then these state legislatures have gone out and passed all these laws that give the legislatures more power and potentially the ability to overturn elections. This is a pattern. It's not something that it's casual, it's thought out, it's methodical. There's people behind this who are very serious, who realize that if you are a white grievance party, which is what the Republican Party has become, and you're in a country that is becoming increasingly non-white, that this is your last best hope to change the rules of the game, that you can't change how the country's changing, but you can change how people vote in this country, and you can try to hold on to power.
Thank you, Stuart. I'll see you soon. Always a pleasure having you.
Okay.
Appreciate it. We've got a lot more with my dream team tonight. Caitlin Collins, David Chalian, Nia Malika Henderson. I should just say Caitlin, David, and Nia after this.